Test, 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 test. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final home game of the season. I cannot believe how fast this season has gone, but we are here. Final home game. Dragons only have, I believe, one game remaining after today, an away game. But yeah, this is it. This is it. This is the last home game of the season. They are facing off against the Utica Blue Sox tonight. Blue Sox, exceptional baseball team towards the top of the Eastern Division. Jay Creighton is on the mound for the Dragons tonight, and we are about a minute away from getting underway here. Jay Creighton is done with his warm-up pitches. We are about ready to get underway with baseball here tonight at East Field. Right-hander Creighton will take the mound in the last home game of the season for the Dragons. And to lead it off for Utica will be their shortstop and all-around great player, Michael Flashner. Flashner has played pretty much every game this season, comes in with a .328 batting average, 21 RBIs, and an astounding .463 on base percentage for the shortstop. Everything you want out of a leadoff man is what this kid provides for Utica. Creighton gets his sign from his catcher, Diaz, and we're underway with a first pitch strike. Key for Jay Creighton is going to be getting ahead of these Utica hitters. He'll come set. Tay Robinson in on the grass at third. 0-1 pitch. Just misses up and away for ball one. As that one lands, off-speed pitch for a called strike. 1-2 on Flashner. Teams match up here at East Field in the 16th with Utica taking the W 16-10. Dragons had a ninth inning rally where they scored, I believe, 5 or 6 runs, but were unable to win the game. 1-2 from Creighton. Inside, almost gets a piece of Flashner, and the count evens up 2-2. Michael Flashner went 2 for 2 in that, or 2 for 4, excuse me, in that game on the 16th. Again, out of the leadoff spot, he awaits a 2-2 from Jay Creighton. Spoils it away. Still 2-2 on the leadoff man, Flashner. He is a 5-tool player, also plays an exceptional shortstop, only 2 errors at shortstop this season. He ropes that one up the middle, and it will get through for a base hit, a leadoff single for Michael Flashner. It'll now be Caden Fry, the second baseman for Utica. Fry played 26 games with a .264 batting average. With that pink bat, he fouls the first pitch back to the screen for strike one. Obviously not ideal for Creighton to give up the leadoff single to the speedy Flashner. 0-1 on Fry, and Flashner's off. That pitch gets by Derek Diaz. It'll be a ball, and Flashner advances to second on the stolen base. One and one on the second baseman, Fry. Already a runner in scoring position. He has 6 RBIs in his season. Dangerous lineup. Anthony Paratano awaits on deck. The 1-1. That one gets a piece of the outside corner for a called strike. 1-2. Utica leads the season series 4-1 over the Dragons. They've been playing some great baseball as of late. Winners out of 8 of their last 10 games are Utica. Just in time for playoffs. Flashner dancing at second base. Still a big lead. He's going to be off. That one misses outside. Throw it out from Diaz. Robinson picks it, but not in time. Another stolen base. So that was ball 2. So the count evens up 2-2. It wouldn't look good. Creighton asking where that pitch missed. Looked good. Flashner showing off his exceptional speed on the base paths, picking up stolen bases number 14 and 15 for himself on the season. Corners will come in. Tay Robinson at third and Jack Regabar over at first. Looking to cut down the early runner. That one gets a piece of Fry. Creighton trying to say that he leaned into it. But a hit by pitch will put Frey on base, and there's runners on the corners with no outs. Anthony Paratano steps up, and he is a dangerous batter at the dish right now. A .353 batting average for the right-hander. 6 home runs and 28 RBIs on the season. He's the extra hitter tonight, using that same pink bat that Fry just got hit with. Strike 1 piled in there from Creighton. Creighton in limited outings has had a walk problem. 6 innings pitched, 14 walks. Definitely not where that number wants to be. 0-1. Paratano swings right through that changeup. Quickly 0-2. Creighton way ahead, 0-2 on Paratano. 20 strikeouts on the season. For the batter at the plate, Frey's off. That one misses high and in. Diaz will eat it. Another stolen base. This time for Caden Fry. This is 11th stolen base. Creighton still ahead, 1-2. 2 runners in scoring position early for the Blue Sox. Pitch from Creighton. Taken. Low and away. Ball 2. Off-speed pitch. Got no movement from Paratano at the plate. Two and 2. Creighton looking to just get the first out of this inning. He'll kick and fire home. Spoiled away. That one over near the fans. Count remains 2-2. 2 runners in scoring position, second and third. Still no outs. Corners in. Middle infield playing normal. That one misses away. Count runs full. 3-2. Creighton looking to avoid walking his first batter of the game, but already hit Fry. A leadoff single from Michael Flashner. He stole second and third, and a hit by pitch to Caden Fry, and that's how Blue Sox have second and third with no outs here in the top of the first inning. Payoff pitch from Creighton. Spoiled away once again. We'll do it again. Count still full on Paratano. He has 28 RBIs, looking to make that number more. He hits that one to the shortstop, Hoover. A run will score. Hoover will toss it over to first in time for the out. So Flashner scores on the fielder's choice. Paratano retired. And it is quickly 1-0 in favor of Utica. Still a runner in scoring position for Utica. Caden Fry had to hold up at second base. And now it'll be Xavier Smith. He's playing right field tonight for the Blue Sox. Good crowd here on this Saturday night. Last home game of the season for the Dragons. That one misses down low. Ball one. Creighton having a tough time finding the strike zone early in this one. Rene Vega keeping Frey close at second. The 1-0 to Smith. He bounces it to the shortstop, Hoover. He fields on 2 hops. Over to first for the second out of the inning. Caden Fry scoots over to third base. And Creighton got a couple of quick ground ball outs. It would be really nice if he can escape this inning, only surrendering the 1 run. But it will be no easy task. R.J. Tomei played in 31 games this season, has an even .300 batting average, a home run and 26 RBIs for the first baseman. First one he sees, he flies in the air, shallow right field. Everyone's colliding, and no one will get there, and it will drop foul. So strike one on Tomei. That ball, you could tell right off the bat that it was going to be trouble for anybody to get to. Just a strike. 0-1. Creighton ahead. One on Tomei. 26 RBIs on the season. He has number 27 sitting at third base in form of Caden Fry. Creighton will fire home the 0-1. That one fouled off the glove of Diaz. Quickly 0-2. Creighton way ahead. 0-2. 2 outs, 1 strike away from escaping this inning. The pitch taken for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Jay Creighton gets his first strikeout of the evening as he catches R.J. Tomei looking. But Utica is able to claw across 1 run. And at the end of the top of the first, they lead 1-0. bottom of the first inning for the Dragons will begin with their center fielder, Giorgio Panapinto, a man who has had a great season in the red and black. Had a walk-off single against Oneonta earlier in the season. Has 16 RBIs, 6 doubles, and a triple on the season. Panapinto been a staple in the lineup for the Dragons all season long. He gets some cheers from the home crowd in his last home game as a Dragon. It'll be Austin Rhodes on the mound for Utica. Dragons faced him in that game a couple weeks ago here at Eastfield. Panapinto takes the first pitch for a called strike. Rhodes, very good pitcher, a 2.45 ERA in 22 innings pitched. Only 2 walks for the left-hander and 22 strikeouts. He deals the 0-1. That one tails away, 1-1. Panapinto in that game was 2 for 5 with an RBI when the Dragons lost to Utica. He swings and misses that nasty changeup that tails away, 1-2. Last time the Dragons faced Rhodes, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 unearned runs, and had 5 strikeouts. That was on July 16th. He'll look to continue his good season. It's ready to deal the 1-2. Taken by Panapinto. Count evens up at 2s. Good recognition by Giorgio after swinging at that pitch, taking it there. Two and two on Panapinto. Rhodes will work out of the stretch. Fires home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on that nasty off-speed pitch. Rhodes gets Panapinto swinging for the first strikeout of the night. Jack Ploppert will step up as the second man to face off against Rhodes tonight. He did not play the last time these two teams matched up, but against Saugerties last week, had a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first inning. Been hitting well as of late, has Ploppert. Takes that first pitch, way away for a ball. One and 0 comes home to Ploppert. He takes a little bit of a delayed strike call, but a strike nonetheless. 1-1 on the designated hitter tonight. One and one on Ploppert. Rhodes working quickly out of the stretch from the far third base side of the rubber. That one taken low and in, ball 2. 2-1 on Ploppert. Ploppert chops that one to the third baseman. Bobbled by the third baseman, Francella. And that will go down as an error on Kevin Francella. First error of the night is made by Kevin Francella. Very good hitter, but fielding is not his strong suit. Already his 4th error of the season in only 17 games. That'll bring up Tay Robinson with now a man on and 1 out. Lefty Rhodes deals home to Robinson. He rips that one into right center field, and it will drop for a base hit. First base hit for the Dragons tonight, courtesy of Tay Robinson. The Dragons are set up nicely here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Tyler McKillop playing left field tonight. Also plays some shortstop and third base for the Dragons. Earlier in the season, I remember played a game in left field and made a nice diving play down the line. But he'll bat with 2 on and 1 out. Ploppert, good size lead over at second. First pitch to McKillop, tails away, ball 1. 1-0 on McKillop. Shortstop Flashner goes behind Plopper, and they might have had Plopper. Plopper was standing kind of flat-footed, but Rhodes just decided to step off, not attempt to make a throw. Possibly does not have a great move to second base. Flashner definitely keeping Plopper close over there. The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. Now where you want to be if you're Austin Rhodes. 2-0 on McKillop, who is very dangerous at the plate. 19 RBIs on the season. That leads the Dragons, second on the Dragons. McKillop in the driver's seat, 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Rhodes had him out in front of that changeup, 2-1. 2-1 now on the left fielder, McKillop. Derek Diaz awaits on deck. Both middle infielders keeping Plopper close. 2-1, another swing and a miss. That same pitch right below the zone, 2-2. Two and two on McKillop. He looks to keep this inning going as the Dragons look to not to score up at 1. Pitch from Rhodes, taken inside, almost gets a piece of McKillop, and the count is full, 3-2. Full count to McKillop. They attempt a pickoff. Not in time. Plopper just slides back in safely ahead of the tag by Flashner. Definitely the right idea. McKillop looking to get on base. Base hit ball 4 here for the left fielder. Big leads for both base runners, and they're off. Payoff pitch taken inside for ball 4. I think they both had the bases stolen regardless, but the first walk of the night for Rhodes, who's normally very good with his control. And the bases are loaded with Dragons here in the bottom of the first inning for Derek Diaz. Diaz, a 208 hitter with 9 RBIs on the season, would be a great time to get his 10th and maybe more. The lefty Rhodes fires home. First pitch taken high, ball 1. He does not have his control. Third baseman Francella even with the bag. Middle infielder shaded towards second for that double play. That'll get them out of the inning. The 1-0 to Diaz. Taken for a called strike inside part of the plate. Big spot early in this game for Derek Diaz, as the Dragons look to capitalize with the bases loaded. An error, a single, and a walk have loaded the bases. Pitch to Diaz, taken away, 2-1. Seems like the pitch Rhodes is having the best command with is that changeup. Having a tough time with the fastball and that off-speed pitch, having a tough time landing those. I wonder if he goes to that changeup here, and a 2-1 count to Diaz. Sun in the left fielder, Cerrone's eyes. Other than that, everyone else should be good. 2-1, swing and a miss. Went with the fastball, high and tight. 2-2, count evens up on Derek Diaz as he takes a walk around the batter's circle. Two and two on Diaz, bases loaded. Rhodes hunting for his second strikeout of the inning. The 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, foul. Still 2-2 on Derek Diaz as him and the Dragons look to capitalize on this bases loaded first inning. 2-2 once more. Tipped and not caught by the catcher Wirtz. Diaz just fouled it off hard enough to where Wirtz was unable to squeeze it, and he gets a second life. First baseman Jack Rigobar awaits on deck. Diaz making Rhodes work, not going down without a fight. Count still even on the Dragons catcher, 2-2. Rhodes out of the stretch, fires home, misses away. Beautiful take by Derek Diaz, and the count runs full. Full count, nowhere to put Derek Diaz. Rhodes looking for the strikeout, Diaz looking for the hit. The payoff pitch. He rips that one deep into left field. Cerrone back, and it's going to be over his head. That ball's off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They're going to wave around McKillop, and he will score. A bases clearing double for Derek Diaz, and the Dragons snatch the lead right back. They lead 3-1. A huge hit for Derek Diaz as he clears the bases. The Dragons get the lead right back. That ball is about 2 feet away from being out of here, just off the top of the wall. They look to do more damage here with Jack Rigobar up at the plate with 1 out and a man in scoring position in Diaz. First pitch to Rigobar, misses inside, ball 1. What an at-bat from Derek Diaz. Fouled off pitch after pitch and made Rhodes throw him a pitch that he could do some damage with, and damage he did. Left fielder Cerrone had no chance. 1-0 on Rigobar. He takes low and inside for a called strike. After surrendering that run in the first inning, the Dragons put 3 on the board, and they are looking to add on more. Against an offense like Utica, you can never have enough runs. 1-1, swung on and missed by Rigobar. 1-2. Diaz gets his 10th, 11th, and 12th RBIs of this season. Great way to begin the last home game for the catcher. 1-2 on Rigobar. He chops it up the middle, and that ball will get through for a base hit off the glove of Flashner. They're going to wave around Diaz. He will come home and score. A base hit by Rigobar that bounced off the glove of Michael Flashner leads to the 4th run of the inning for the Dragons. You put the ball in play, and good things happen. Derek Diaz hustling home will score, and they lead 4-1. Believe that will be a hit. Flashner very sure-handed, was barely able to get a glove on it. Even if he did, they did not have a play at first. Rigobar was very much safe. I'll bring up Alex Kerr. He takes that first pitch low for ball 1. They'll have a meeting at the mound. Catcher Wirtz will come out and try to settle down his pitcher Rhodes, who has surrendered 4 runs this inning. Alex Kerr is ahead in the count 1-0. Jack Rigobar, good speed at first. The Dragons look to keep piling on runs in this bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 misses low, 2-0. Kerr in the driver's seat, 2-0. Rhodes, when he's needed a strike, has gone to that changeup. Goes to it once more and gets Kerr out in front, 2-1. Already 3 hits in the inning for the Dragons, also an error on the Utica side, helping with this 4-run inning. 2-1 to Kerr. He rips that one towards the left fielder Cerrone. That ball will hang up and be caught by the left fielder. Kerr hit it on the screws, but right at Cerrone for the second out. We'll bring up Billy Barthel, the right fielder today. For those that were listening the other day, Barthel loves to swing at the first pitch. A little trend I noticed. Swing at the first pitch, I believe, every at-bat the other night. We'll see if that trend continues tonight against Rhodes, who has had trouble finding the strike zone. First pitch to Barthel, and it does. Swings right through that pitch for the first strike. And he's behind 0-1. You know, I respect him swinging at the first pitch every time. It's normally the best pitch that you're going to see. And it works for him a lot of the time. Also swings to the second pitch, and he's behind 0-2. Slices that one foul. One and two, or 0-2 on Billy Barthel, excuse me. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning for the Dragons. Rhodes looking to escape. That one way away. Gets to the backstop. No chance for the catcher, Wirtz. As Rigobar scoots over to second. First ball in the count to Barthel. One and two on Barthel. He now has a runner in scoring position in Jack Rigobar. Austin Rhodes looking to escape. The 1-2. Tipped, not held on to by the catcher Wirtz. Second time that's happened this inning. One and two on the right fielder, Barthel. A runner on second. Looking to capitalize once again. Pitch from Rhodes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. His second strikeout of the inning. But the Dragons have an incredible inning. They put across 4 runs on 3 hits. And at the end of the first inning, they lead this one 4-1. We begin at the top of the second inning with the Dragons leading by 3. Jake Creighton will stay out there and face 6, 7, and 8, beginning with Kevin Francella. Francella made an error in that bottom of the first inning where the Dragons scored a bunch of runs. He went 1 for 5 the last time these two teams faced off, and is batting .290 on the season. First pitch from Creighton, misses inside, ball 1. Jay Creighton wants to go out there and have a shutdown inning after his offense puts up 4 runs of cushioning. Falls behind a Francella 1-0. Now deals home. That one also misses low, 2-0. Lights have come on here at East Field for the final time this season. Might sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I really cannot believe how fast this season has gone by. All these home games broadcasting here for you guys. That one ripped to left field, and it'll drop for a base hit. Tyler McKillop runs over and cuts it off. Leadoff single for Francella here in the top of the second inning, and they'll bring up the catcher, Ian Wirtz. Wirtz 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs last week here at East Field. First pitch he sees from Creighton, misses high for ball 1. One and 0 on Wirtz, not where you want to be against the power hitting catcher. Pitch from Creighton. That one misses low and away. 2-0. Creighton throwing 5 pitches this inning, 4 balls, and the one that was in the zone was roped for a single by Kevin Francella, who is standing on first base. He only has 2 stolen bases, yet to get caught, so not too much of a threat to go over at first. 2-0. Popped high in the air, out of play. Still waiting for the day a foul ball comes in this booth. I promised everybody I will catch it. I will not drop that baseball. I will catch it if it comes into this booth. Maybe. Two and 1 on Ian Wirtz. Pitch from Creighton. That one popped up, also out of play. And the count evens up, 2-2. Gonna need a lot of kids to chase after these foul balls, and they are going already to chase them. No motion in the Utica bullpen, sticking with Rhodes. Same over on the Dragon side of things. 2-2 on the catcher, Wirtz. Creighton looking for the first out of this inning. He'll kick and fire home. That one gets a piece of Wirtz. Second hit batsman of the game for Creighton. And Utica has runners on first and second with no outs. With 2 on and no out, it'll bring up Connor McCartney. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs as the DH last time these two teams faced off. A .298 hitter on the season with 9 RBIs, a couple of triples, and 3 doubles. Nine RBIs for McCartney. He has a couple more waiting out there for him now. First and second, no outs. Creighton misses away, ball 1. And Derek Diaz will go and talk with his pitcher. Mound visit over. Diaz will walk back. Probably said something along the lines of, "Hey man, I just got you a 3-run double. Let's just get some outs here. Let's not worry about that. Let's just get some outs." Derek Diaz clutch hit in the first inning. Now his pitcher Creighton will look to avoid any trouble in the top of the second. 1-0 from Creighton. Misses away. Similar spot as the first one. 2-0. No one throwing yet in the Dragons bullpen, but some guys beginning to stand up and move around. This Utica offense can get going very quickly. Dragons saw that firsthand. 3-0. Dragons saw that firsthand as Utica recorded 18 hits and 16 runs in that win on July 16th. And the Dragons did not help themselves out at all. Made 8 errors that game. Not going to win many baseball games when you make 8 errors as a team. Creighton looking to avoid walking the bases loaded. 3-0. And he does. Bases loaded for Utica with no outs here in the top of the second inning. First walk of the outing for Creighton, but a couple of hit-by pitches. One hit-by pitch this inning and a single, along with that walk, just now have loaded the bases with no outs. It'll be Bowden Fernsler up at the plate, the center fielder. Will bat with the bases loaded. He takes strike one on the outside corner from Creighton. Fernsler, a .238 batter this season, 21 strikeouts in 23 games, so does strike out a decent amount. He's manning down center field for Utica tonight. He takes that off-speed pitch, almost swung at it, but did not. 1-1. Last week's game, he went 2 for 5 with an RBI. Played the corner, outfield, left field in that one. Count even on Fernsler, 1-1, no outs, bases loaded for the Blue Sox. That one tails inside, 2-1. Corners in, Tay Robinson at third and Jack Rigabar at first. Looking to cut down the runner at home and keep this score where it is. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Top of the zone. Creighton gets him swinging and evens the count up at 2s. Two and two. Creighton 1 strike away from getting a big strikeout. He gets it. A big strikeout for Jay Creighton as he gets Fernsler swinging. Bases remain loaded with 1 out now for Christian Cerrone. The number 10 batter is a .308 hitter with 12 RBIs on the season. 11 strikeouts for him in 20 games. Top of the order in the dangerous Michael Flashner awaits on deck. Corners remain in. Tay Robinson and Jack Rigabar. First pitch. Misses high to Cerrone. 1-0. On Christian Cerrone. He saw that 3 RBI double by Derek Diaz go over his head and left. Has a chance to mimic it here. Takes way outside. 2-0. Some arms beginning to throw in the Utica bullpen. 2-0. Cerrone in the driver's seat with the bases loaded. Creighton looking to avoid trouble. 2-0. Fouled right back to the screen. And he loses his bat in the process. Cerrone swung so hard that he lost his bat on that swing. Teammate Flashner will give it back to him, maybe give some good luck in that bat. Now the count 2-1. Two and one on Cerrone. Creighton got the foul ball that he needed. The 2-1. That one misses high. 3-1. Nowhere to put Christian Cerrone. Bases loaded. 3-1. 3-1 count. Cerrone once again in the driver's seat. Hitters count. 3-1 from Creighton. Lands. 3-2. Looked like Cerrone was taking all the way there. Never really thought about swinging at that one. Count is full. Creighton looking for the punch out. Gets a sign from Diaz. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Off the top of the screen and goes back into play. Still full on Christian Cerrone. Bases loaded with Blue Sox. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Cerrone spoiling everything up there. Still a full count on Cerrone. He is battling, fouling off everything that Creighton is throwing his way. Lefty beginning to throw in the Dragons bullpen. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Jay Creighton, his second strikeout in a row. And he's 1 out away from escaping a bases loaded, no out jam. Warming up for the Dragons in the bullpen is the lefty, number 11, Alex Landau. Michael Flashner up now, top of the order. He is dangerous. Had a single in his first at-bat. Takes ball 1. One and 0 to Flashner. Misses inside. 2-0 on the shortstop. He singled in his first at-bat. Came around to score. I was mistaken. His number 15, George Creighton, brother of Jay, warming up in the bullpen. His first appearance for the Dragons, and it appears he will follow his brother. 2-0 on Flashner. Pitch from Creighton. That one lands for a called strike. Flashner disagrees. If you're Utica, this is the man you want up in this spot. A .328 hitter. Started all 38 games for them. 21 RBIs and 7 doubles. His 8th would tie the game up. Creighton gotten 2 strikeouts since loading the bases. The 2-1. Taken just off the outside corner. Ball 3. Hitters count for Michael Flashner. Nowhere to put him if you're Jay Creighton on the mound. Caden Fry awaits on deck. Tay Robinson at third base playing in. Three and 1, Flashner ahead in the count. That one taken, called strike, 3-2. And as soon as Jay Creighton releases this pitch, they will start the merry-go-round. All the runners will be going on the pitch. Full count. Bases loaded. Jay Creighton looking to pull off the Houdini act and escape this inning. The payoff pitch. Taken for a called strike. 3. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Jay Creighton. And he escapes the bases loaded, no out jam with 3 straight strikeouts. That one gets Michael Flashner looking. What a job by the right-hander. At the end of 1.5, the score remains 4-1 Dragons. Stay right here. We begin the bottom of the second inning for the Dragons with Shane Hoover. The shortstop batting ninth tonight will face Austin Rhodes, still in there for the Blue Sox. Be 9-10-1 for the Dragons here. Hoover takes the first pitch, off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. The 0-1 to Hoover. Way out in front, waves at that off-speed pitch, and he's down 0-2. Quickly 0-2 on Hoover. Rhodes looking to have a shutdown inning after the long first. The 0-2. That one taken. Bounces up towards home plate. 1-2. One and two on Hoover. Has great speed if he were to get on base here. 1-2 from Rhodes. Swing and a miss. 4 times in a row with that off-speed pitch gets Shane Hoover swinging for the first out of this inning. That brings up Rene Vega with 1 out and nobody on. The second baseman will bat from the right side against the lefty Rhodes. Rhodes comes set and will fire home the first pitch to Vega. He fouls it right back to the screen. Strike one. Oh and 1 on Vega as the Dragons look to build on that strong first inning where they plated 4 runners. The 0-1. Vega kind of spoils it. Back to the screen, 0-2. Oh and 2 on Rene Vega, the number 10 batter, playing his typical second base. He bats with nobody on and 1 out. Pitch from Rhodes. That one tailing away, and Vega slices it foul. And the count remains at 0-2. Oh and 2 still on Vega. Rhodes, the pitch. Another one spoiled right back to the screen. Vega a little mad at himself that he did not do damage with that. Felt like that was a pitch he could have done some damage with. Still 0-2 on Rene Vega. Some cheers from the crowd. The 0-2 once more. Taken in the dirt. Ball 1. One and 2 to Vega. Pitch from Rhodes. Takes. Just lays off of that. Beautiful take by the Dragons' second baseman, who will take his walks. 28 walks on the season for Vega. He has even the count up at 2s. The 2-2 from Rhodes. Taken. Off the inside corner. Count runs full. Count is full on Rene Vega. Looking to work his 29th walk of the season. That leads the Dragons by a pretty large margin. Second would be Tay Robinson with 21 walks. Vega calls time. Gets ready for the payoff pitch. Rhodes out of the stretch, fires home. Vega gets a piece of it, pops it in the air towards the first baseman, Tomei. In fair territory, he will put it away for the second out of the inning. Lineup flips around for the second time tonight to Giorgio Panapinto. Center fielder struck out to lead off bottom of the first inning, but then the Dragons went on a roll and scored 4 runs. So it'll be his second at-bat in the second inning. First pitch to Panapinto. He swings and misses through that changeup 0-1. Rhodes relying heavily on that fastball changeup mix in this one. Panapinto pops that one high in the air. First baseman Tomei once again makes the call and the catch. So the Dragons go down in order 1, 2, 3, and at the end of 2, they still lead 4-1. We begin the top of the third inning. For the Blue Sox, it'll be 2, 3, and 4, beginning with their second baseman, Caden Fry. Got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat of the night. Jake Creighton worked himself into a bases-loaded jam but escaped with 3 straight strikeouts. Fry takes that first pitch inside for ball 1. One and 0 on Fry Creighton. That one ripped to the shortstop Hoover, but right at him as he puts it away for the first out. It'll bring up Anthony Paratano, the extra hitter, grounding into a fielder's choice, which scored a run in his first at-bat. Probably the biggest power threat on this Utica team. 6 home runs on the season for him, 28 RBIs. He'll deal home. That one lands. Strike from Creighton, 0-1. Jake Creighton's brother, George, continuing to warm up in the Dragons bullpen. Brother looking good out there. 0-1. That off-speed pitch just misses high. 1-1. The 1-1 to Paratano. That one spiked in the dirt. 2-1. Count now 2-1 on Paratano. He's doing the extra hitting today. Two-one from Creighton. Way high and in. 3-1. That one up near the head area of Paratano. Creighton has been able to work around 2 hits, 2 hit by pitches, and a walk. Make that 2 walks. Only 1 run so far for this offense. He walks Paratano on 5 pitches. Second walk for Jake Creighton. Bring up Xavier Smith. He bounced a ground ball to Shane Hoover at shortstop in his first time up. He'll bat with 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Last home game of the season for the Dragons. Bittersweet moment here at East Field. Would love to see them end on a win for the home fans. Runner goes. Throw down from Diaz on a hop. Not in time as it scoots by Rene Vega. Shane Hoover backing up. So a stolen base for Anthony Paratano. His 9th of the season. That first pitch was a ball. First pitch was a ball. So 1-0 on Smith, and he'll bat with a runner now in scoring position. Utica has showed they will steal third base. Already did it once off of Jay Creighton. Will Paratano be the second? That one way high and away, 2-0. George Creighton continuing to get loose down in the Dragons bullpen. You have to imagine he's close to, if not ready, to come in this ball game. That one popped high in the air. Who's going to make the call? Jack Rigabar makes the call and the catch. Good play by Jack Rigabar for the second out of the inning. Now bring up R.J. Tomei. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. Creighton looks to once again avoid any damage with a runner in scoring position. Get to his 3rd inning. First pitch to Tomei. Bounces low, blocked by Derek Diaz. 1-0. On the first baseman, Tomei. He has 26 RBIs on the season, 21 walks, and 22 strikeouts. Very solid defender, only 2 errors on the season. He takes that one for a called strike on the inside corner, 1-1. George just watching his brother Jay. At this point, he is warmed up and ready to come in this game if needed. Now just a spectator watching on. The 1-1. That one misses high, 2-1. Two and one on Tomei. Creighton looking to avoid trouble once again. That one fouled right back to the screen. 2-2. Creighton so far has had a knack for getting 2-2 count strikeouts. He'll look for one more here. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on second base is Anthony Paratano. Creighton looking for his 5th strikeout of the evening. The pitch. Just gets a piece of it. Does Tomei to stay alive. Count remains 2-2 on R.J. Tomei, the first baseman for Utica. Pitch from Creighton on the outside corner for a called strike 3, the 5th strikeout of the evening for Jay Creighton as he catches RJ Tomei looking for the second time tonight. He is through 3 solid innings against Utica, and at the end of 2.5, the Dragons still lead 4-1. Bottom of the third inning begins, and similar to Utica, the Dragons will have 2, 3, and 4 coming up, beginning with Jack Plopper. He reached in his first at-bat on an error by the third baseman Francella. Look to get on for the second time tonight. Austin Rhodes still working out there as Plopper flies that one in the air, called by the third baseman Francella, and this time he is able to retire Plopper. 1 pitch, 1 out. Tay Robinson steps up now. He had the first hit of the game for the Dragons. Came around to score in his first time up at the plate. Been swinging a hot bat as of late. He squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. Seen Robinson do that a lot. Has the speed to beat out a bunt single. 16 stolen bases on the season and yet to get caught. That leads the Dragons. 1-0 on Robinson here. No one really playing in on the infield if you were to square around. He hits that one to the shortstop, Flashner. On a hop, he fields over to first. In time. Smooth play by the shortstop, Michael Flashner, showcasing his gold glove caliber defense over there. 3 pitches and 2 quick outs for Austin Rhodes. This type of inning he needs. Flashner made a great play, and his first baseman, Tomei, airmailed him. They were throwing it around the horn. Nonetheless, 2 quick outs, and they'll bring up Tyler McKillop. Worked a full count walk in his last time up. Takes strike 1 as he will look to get something going with 2 outs for the Dragons. George Creighton continuing to throw. You wonder if they'll stick with Jay out there or if they'll go to the lefty brother. 0-1 on McKillop. He takes. That one only went about 58 feet. Bounces short. 1-1. One and one on Tyler McKillop. He takes off the inside corner. Ball 2. Two and one. McKillop ahead in the count against Rhodes. He'll kick and fire home. Big swing and a miss from Tyler McKillop. He was out in front of that. 2-2. After that first long inning, Austin Rhodes has really settled down and helped his pitch count out. Now no one really throwing in the Utica bullpen. They're sticking with their left-hander. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Nobody on base for Tyler McKillop. The pitch from Rhodes. Taken. The count runs full. Rhodes frustrated with himself. Yanked that changeup. Not where he wanted it. Rhodes comes set. Payoff pitch to McKillop. Hits it down the third base line. Just foul. Three-two still on McKillop. Payoff pitch once more. Taken high. Ball 4. Tyler McKillop works his second walk of the evening. A 2-out walk. Gives the Dragons a base runner with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Brings up Derek Diaz, the man of the hour. Had a bases clearing 3-run double in his last at-bat. Ripped over the left fielder Cerrone's head. You know that's in his mind, and you know it is in Austin Rhodes' mind right now on the mound. Definitely be careful with Diaz here. McKillop gets his lead over at first. They attempt to pick off. McKillop scoots back. Diaz still awaiting the first pitch. McKillop's off. That first pitch lands for a called strike. Throw down, not nearly in time. So a strike on Derek Diaz. That off-speed pitch got a lot of the plate. But Tyler McKillop snatches that stolen base. Be his 10th on the season. Only been caught once. Very solid numbers for the left fielder / shortstop. Diaz behind in the count 0-1. Now has a man in scoring position. Single would score McKillop. Great speed. The 0-1. Diaz kind of nubs it foul over towards Jack Rigobar on deck, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Oh, 2 on Derek Diaz. Rhodes comes set, fires home, taken. Ball 1, tails way away. One and 2 on Diaz. Pitch from Rhodes. Golfs it down the left field line. That ball drops foul. One and 2 still on Derek Diaz, working his second tough at-bat of the night. Pitch from Rhodes. Gets a piece of it and stays alive. Derek Diaz is seeing everything that Austin Rhodes has to offer. The catcher looking to make his mark on this final home game of the season. The 1-2 from Rhodes. Diaz pokes it out towards the right fielder, Smith. He comes in and puts it away. So Rhodes wins that battle, and he escapes without allowing any runs. And at the end of 3, the score remains 4-1 Dragons. We begin the top of the fourth inning, with a new pitcher in for the Dragons. It is number 15, George Creighton. Yes, he is the brother of Jay Creighton. He is a lefty. And he'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Utica order, beginning with Kevin Francella. Had a single in his first at-bat. Takes that first pitch high and away for ball one. 1-0 to Francella. Creighton finds a strike zone, 1-1. One brother is a righty, the other a lefty, both pitchers. See how George fares on the mound. His brother threw 3 innings, only giving up 1 run. Working around bases loaded, no out jam. The 1-1. Francella rips that one in center field. Panapinto on the run will have to put on the brakes. Second base hit of the day for Kevin Francella. Brings up the catcher, Ian Wirtz. Got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. First pitch to Wirtz, fouled right back to the screen. Strike 1. Hit hard. Creighton ahead, 0-1. That one popped foul. Jack Rigabar on the run. Will not get there. Drops just over his head. Second strike, 0-2. Creighton way ahead on Wirtz, 0-2. Runner on first base. You wonder if the lefty has a solid move. The 0-2. Fouled back. Well, once again, 3 pitches, 3 foul balls for Ian Wirtz. So he gives a little stare out towards George Creighton. Creighton in the driver's seat, 0-2. Pitch comes home, misses way away. Good snag by Derek Diaz to keep that one in front of him, 1-2. Creighton ahead, 1-2. Pitch comes home. Misses, top of the zone. Count evens up at 2s. Utica, a .426 team on base percentage. They get on base a lot compared to the Dragons' .384. The 2-2. Grounded down the third baseline, foul. Head coach for Utica, Doug Dillette, highly regarded as one of the best coaches in this league. Been the coach of Utica for 10 years at this point. Always brings a solid team out there. They are going to make the playoffs this season once again. Probably as the 3 seed out of the East. 2-2. Misses away. Count is full. Creighton looks to avoid his first walk of the evening. Utica already has a runner on first. Kevin Francella. Not great speed. You wonder if they'll send him in the full count. Payoff pitch. Ripped down the third baseline, foul. Wertz way early on that fastball on the inner third from Creighton. Looking to put him away here in the full count. No outs, runner on first base. Payoff pitch. Taken. Just misses. That one looked good out of the hand of Creighton. I'm not sure where that missed. Possibly a little high, maybe a little outside, but that looked good. But a walk nonetheless. And Creighton in a little bit of trouble. Runners on first and second with no outs for Connor McCartney. The DH walked in his first at-bat. Creighton will try to go to work here against McCartney. First pitch nubbed out towards center field. Panapinto makes the play. First out of the inning is lined out to Panapinto. Creighton now with one out will face Bowden Fernsler. First pitch to him, misses low and in, ball one. One and 0 on the center fielder. He was part of those 3 straight strikeouts. Good size lead at second for Francella. Pitch comes home. That one hit deep in the air, out towards left field. That ball is way, way out of here. A 3-run home run for Bowden Fernsler. And just like that, with one swing of the bat, this game is tied up at 4. Did you add a hit? It was 3. Yeah, it's tied. Did you add a hit for them? 4-4 now on the home run from Fernsler. Fernsler's first home run of the season, continuing his solid campaign for the Blue Sox. Felt like the Dragons were in the driver's seat, but that's what this Utica offense can do. One swing of the bat, tie ball game. Brings up Christian Cerrone. He takes ball 1. Cerrone, the number 10 batter, struck out swinging in his first at-bat of the evening. The 1-0, way away, 2-0. Creighton struggling to find the strike zone. That home run from Fernsler, that was a deep home run. There was never a doubt in my mind if that one was gone or not. That one lands for a called strike. Two and one. That one misses high. 3-1. Cerrone is in the driver's seat here. The base is empty and 1 out. Pitch from Creighton. Misses away. Second walk of the inning. And the lineup flips around for the 3rd time to Michael Flashner. Flashner struck out looking in his last at bat to end that bases loaded, no out threat. Does not strike out a lot, but Jake Creighton got the pitch that he needed against the tough lefty. He'll now bat with a man on and 1 out against fellow lefty George Creighton. Fresh in the game. Ball 1 to Flashner. One and 0 on Flashner. Cerrone, good speed on first base. That one misses low. 2-0. Cerrone, 7 stolen bases. Been caught twice. Two and 0. They got him picked off. Rigabar will throw it down to second base. Not in time. Cerrone committed to going to second, and the Dragons did not get him in time, and he advances to second base on that unorthodox stolen base. Two and 0. Tay Robinson in on the grass at third. Top of the order up for Utica. This is a dangerous spot to be in. Big lead at second for Cerrone. Creighton comes home. Flashner takes a half swing, fouls it away for the first strike. Two and 1 on Flashner. Leadoff man. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Wide batting stance out of the left-handed batter's box. Pitch from Creighton. Misses high. 3 and 1. Flashner in the driver's seat here. Three and 1 on Michael Flashner. That one misses away. Flashner works a walk. Third walk of the inning issued by George Creighton. And there's runners on first and second with 1 out. Brings up Caden Fry now. He takes that first pitch away. Ball 1. Fry 0 for 1 with a line out. Hit hard to the shortstop, Shane Hoover. Also got hit by a pitch. His third at bat here in the top of the 4th inning. Vega keeping the runner close. That one popped up in the air, playable. Rigabar backpedaling. It'll be out of the reach of everyone, and that ball drops fair. Oh, I thought that ball had no chance of dropping fair, and it did. That'll go down as an RBI double for Caden Fry. His first hit of the day, and just like that, Utica has the lead. That's baseball, though. Crazy how this game has flipped on the Dragons. Entered the inning leading 4-1, and that big swing by Bowden Fernsler, and then that one by Caden Fry. Definitely not hit as hard as the home run, but put it where the defenders were not for an RBI double, and they lead 5-4. That one taken inside by Paratano. Anthony Paratano is also 0 for 1 with a walk. One and 0 to Paratano. He has a dangerous hitter. Chops that one over the third baseman Robinson's head. That will score 1 run, probably 2. Second runner will come in and score a 2 RBI single, this time for Anthony Paratano. And this game continues to be flipped on the Dragons. The score is now 7-4, Utica. Coach Joe Matarazzo out there talking to his lefty. What, do you want to look? Do you want to look? Then look. What's the score? First pitch misses away. Is now Xavier Smith up at the plate. 1-0. 1-0 on Smith. Runner on first base is Paratano. This has been a huge inning for this Utica offense. That one catches the zone for a called strike. Utica had a big second inning against the Dragons in last week's game where they scored 5 runs, but they had scattered scoring throughout that game. Scored in a lot of the innings. Scored in all but 2. The 1-1. Tails away, 2-1. Creighton behind in the count, 2-1. That one misses, 3-1. Three and one on Xavier Smith. He's 0 for 2. Hitter's count, though, for the right-hander. Pitch from Creighton. Misses away. Another walk for Jake Creighton, his 4th of the inning. Giving up 4 walks this inning. 3 hits, and the only out was a hard hit line out right at Panapinto out in center. That one ground to third baseman Tay Robinson. He fields over to Vega for 1, over to first. Scooped up by Regabar in time for the double play. The Dragons turn a beautiful 5-4-3 double play to get out of the inning, but not before Utica puts 6 runs across, and they lead 7-4. Dragons will begin the bottom of the 4th inning. They entered this inning with a 3-run lead, now a 3-run deficit. It'll be Jack Rigobar, the first baseman. He had an RBI single up the middle in his first at-bat. He takes the first pitch high for ball 1. One and 0 on Rigobar as the Dragons look to have a rally of their own. That one misses inside. 2-0. Hitters count for Jack Rigobar, still facing Rhodes. He takes outside corner for a called strike. 2-1 on the Dragons' first baseman. Rigobar pokes that one out towards the center fielder, Fernsler. Backpedals. Fernsler did not play that ball well. Came in on it when he should have backed up, but a fly out for Rigobar nonetheless. Fernsler played that ball poorly. His mind still might be on that 3-run bomb he hit in the top of the inning. Not going to lie, mine would be too. I mean, that was an absolute shot hit by Fernsler. Alex Kerr, first pitch swinging, fouls it away for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 on Alex Kerr. He lined out to the left fielder, Cerrone, in his first at-bat. Oh, 1 taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-2 quickly on Kerr. That one taken low and away. Nice changeup by Rhodes, but Kerr spits on it. 1-2. Righty beginning to throw in the Utica bullpen. 1-2 taken on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Kerr goes down looking. Third strikeout of the night for Austin Rhodes. As you wonder if his night will be done after completing 4 innings, if he's able to get through this batter quickly. Billy Barthel is up at the plate. He singled in his first at-bat. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Barthel ahead in the count, 1-0. Rhodes fires home. That one tails away, 2-0. On the right fielder tonight. Barthel really a super utility man this season for the Dragons. Played some outfield, right and left field. Played both corner infield positions, first and third. And also has pitched a little bit as well. So a little bit of everything out of the right-hander. He pops that one in the air. The catcher Wirtz throws his mask and puts it away for the third and final out of the 4th inning. The Dragons go down in order, 1, 2, 3, and we head into the top of the 5th inning with Utica up 7-4. We begin at the top of the 5th inning with the third baseman, Kevin Francella. He's already got 2 singles tonight. Has a single to left and a single to center. If he gets a single to right, then he's single to all parts of the outfield. Still George Creighton out there for the Dragons. First pitch popped up, shallow right field. Rene Vega makes the call and the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Loud call from Rene Vega. Heard that from up here as he calls off first baseman Rigabar. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Ian Wirtz. He got hit by a pitch and walked today. So reached base successfully both times. That one lined to Shane Hoover. He picks it on a short hop over to first. In time. 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. A smooth play by the shortstop Hoover. See if George Creighton can get the fairly rare 3-pitch inning. If I'm Connor McCartney, I'm taking here 100%. You don't want to be the guy that has the 3-pitch inning happen to him. We'll see if he's swinging. He takes a ball. 1-0. So it will not be a 3-pitch inning, sadly. Never know what could happen in the last home game at East Field. I mean, we could see some magical stuff happen tonight. 1-0. Misses away. 2-0. 2-0 on the designated hitter, McCartney. He's 0 for 1 with a line out and a walk. Pitch from Creighton misses way low and inside. 3-0. Creighton looking to find the strike zone. And does. 3-1. Three and one Creighton. That one hit hard and far down the left field line, but out of play. So it is a strike. Connor McCartney yet to have a home run on the season, but if that one was fair, it would have been pretty dang close to being his first. He bats in a full count with 2 outs. George Creighton looking to work a 1-2-3 inning. That one lined in the air. Panapinto backpedals and puts it away. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for George Creighton as he retires Utica in order. And at the end of 4.5, the score remains 7-4 Utica. Bottom of the 5th inning, Austin Rhodes still out there, working hard for Utica. After that first inning, he really has settled down. He'll face 8-9-1. Shane Hoover squares around to bunt, bunts it foul for strike one. Oh, 1 on Hoover. He struck out on 4 straight sliders in his first at-bat. Rhodes had him guessing up there. The 0-1 to Hoover. Taken. 1-1. Saw that pitch 4 times and now takes it for a ball. 1-1. With that off-speed pitch, Hoover's got to look opposite way towards the left field, try to shoot it that way. This is going to be the only way of succeeding on that pitch. The 1-1 takes. 2-1. You can definitely see Shane Hoover has made adjustments since that last at-bat. 2-1. Rips that one into center field. And that ball will dunk in for a base hit in front of the center fielder, Fernsler. Shane Hoover is on the board with his first base hit of the evening. And the Dragons have the leadoff man on. You're learning. By the end of this game, you're going to know what the hit is. Maybe. And I think that might do it for Austin Rhodes. Not sure. Looks like it will. They're calling on new pitcher as they will take the ball from the left-hander's hand. Very solid day for Austin Rhodes, all things considered, after that rough first inning. But a lefty-lefty single knocks him out of the game, and Utica will go to their bullpen for the final couple innings of this one. New pitcher in the game for Utica is Aiden Green. The right-hander has pitched 2 innings, given up 2 runs, while walking 3. He'll face Rene Vega in the top of the Dragons' order. First pitch to Vega lands with an off-speed pitch. Long looping curveball for a strike. Vega bats with no outs and a man on first base, Shane Hoover, after his leadoff single. The 0-1. Vega slices that one foul. Quickly 0-2 on the second baseman. They attempt to pick off. Hoover dives back in ahead of the tag. The 0-2 to Vega. Taken. Just misses outside. Ball 1. One and 2 on Rene Vega. First batter facing new pitcher Aiden Green. Vega chops that one to the second baseman, Fry. His only play is at first as Hoover was stealing. So they get Vega on the fielder's choice, but Hoover advances to second. Good thing Hoover was stealing because that ball might have been a double play. That brings up Giorgio Panapinto. He'll bat with a man on second and 1 out. He's 0 for 2 today. He squares around to bunt and lays down a foul ball. I've seen Panapinto also lay down some beautiful bunts this season. Looks like he's trying to do that again. Oh and 1 on the Dragons center fielder. Pitch from Green. Big swing and a miss. 0 and 2 on Panapinto. Panapinto looking to have a good at-bat against Aiden Green, the new pitcher for Utica. Spoils that one back to the screen. Giorgio put a good swing on that one, fouling it straight back. Oh and 2 still on Panapinto. New pitcher Aiden Green on the mound. Pitch. Fouled away once again. Up just above our booth. I wish it was a little bit lower so it came into the booth so that I could catch it. I don't know if a foul ball would ever come in this booth, though. The way it's angled would not be easy. As long as it didn't hit the camera and I caught it, would be all good. Still 0 and 2 on Panapinto. He takes off the plate, ball 1. One and 2 on Giorgio. Pitch from Green misses way high with that looping curveball. 2 and 2. Saw what happened last time a pitcher threw up by Panapinto's head. Last game against Socrates, it was Kyle McDermott who tried that, and Giorgio ripped a triple deep to left field. So, see if he's got the same thing coming this at-bat. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Panapinto goes down swinging for the second time tonight. And with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, that'll bring up Jack Plopper. Jack Plopper 0 for 1 with a pop-up to third base. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Shane Hoover still standing on second base after his leadoff single and advanced to second on the fielder's choice. 1-0, taken. Just gets a piece of the outside corner. 1 and 1 on Plopper. One comes home. Plopper rips it to the shortstop, flashing around 1 hop. He fields over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dragons do not put any runs across. And at the end of 5, they still Top of the 6th inning begins. George Creighton still out there for the Dragons. Squares around to bunt. Does Bowden Fernsler. He takes 1-0. Be very surprised if he lays down a bunt after hitting a home run off of Creighton in his last at-bat. You know what's on both of their minds right now. He takes strike 1 over the middle of the plate with a heater. The 1-1 from Creighton. Grounded foul. 1-2. One and two on Fernsler. Christian Cerrone awaits on deck, and then the top of the order. The 1-2. Taken. High and out of the zone. 2-2. Two and two on Fernsler. Leadoff man here, top of the 6th. He grounds at 1. Third baseman Tate Robinson cuts in front of it. And Jack Rigabar off the base applies the tag. Nice tag by Rigabar for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Christian Cerrone. He's walked and struck out today. Only needs a base hit for the 3 true outcomes. First pitch to Cerrone is cracked in the air, out towards left center field. Panepinto on the run, and he puts it away right in front of the warning track. Giorgio Panepinto still with 1,000 fielding percentage out there, continuing to hold down the no-fly zone out in center field. The lineup flips around for Utica for the 4th time tonight to Michael Flashner. He already has completed the 3 true outcomes, a walk, single, and strikeout tonight. Step up for the 4th time tonight. 2 quick outs for Creighton. First pitch to Flashner. He rips it to left field, and that ball will get through for a base hit. A 2-out single for Michael Flashner, his 2nd base hit of the evening. And he's 2 for 3. We'll bring up Caden Fry with 2 outs and 1 man on base. Fry had a double that was blooped between right field, 2nd baseman, and 1st baseman last time. But it's a line drive in the book. It's all that matters for Caden Fry. First pitch to him. Chopped foul, just out of the reach of the 3rd baseman, Robinson. 0-1. A 1-1 on Caden Fry. He's 1 for 2. They attempt a pickoff, and they have Flashner picked off. Rigabar throws it down to 2nd, and they got him in plenty of time. They had Michael Flashner picked off all the way. A sweet pickoff move from Creighton as they had the shortstop leaning. So the Dragons escape, and at the end of 5.5, they still trail 7-4. We begin the bottom of the 6th inning with Tay Robinson up at the plate for the Dragons. His 3rd at-bat of the night, singled in his first. He squares around to bunt and lays down a beauty. Pitcher Green hustles over to throw to first, not in time. Tay Robinson beats out a bunt single. Beautiful bunt single laid down by Robinson. That one gave me eerie flashbacks to a couple weeks ago when Giorgio Panapinto laid down a very similar bunt, and they called him out at first, and Mason Ferguson got ejected. That was an awful call, but that one was bang bang, but Robinson was safe. He did beat the throw. So beautiful bunt single laid down by the 3rd baseman, and he's on to lead off the inning. Now it'll be Tyler McKillop. He's walked twice today. He takes ball 1. Robinson yet to get caught on the base paths this season. A perfect 16 for 16. We'll see if Robinson is off here. The 1-0 to McKillop. Taken low part of the strike zone, 1-1. They attempt a pickoff. Robinson dives back in safely. A nice move by Green. Tried to get Robinson as his feet were crossing, getting his lead. One and one still on Tyler McKillop. Pitch from Green. McKillop takes a half swing at it. Did not go. Did not go, says the field umpire, and the count is 2-1. 2-1 on Tyler McKillop. No outs. And the leadoff man on first base in form of Tay Robinson after his beautiful bunt single. Pitcher steps off. Did not like the sign. Clearly looking for a specific pitch is Green. You wonder if that's that big looping curveball that he possesses. The 2-1, Robinson's off. It is that curveball. Taken for a ball, no throw. Tay Robinson 17 for 17 on the season. So 3-1 now. As that pitch was a ball. And it is a hitter's count for Tyler McKillop with a man on second base and no outs. Pitch from Green. McKillop takes inside. Ball 4. His 3rd walk of the night. Pitchers do not want to face Tyler McKillop. And that walk will put 2 runners on for Derek Diaz. Feels like if the Dragons want to make a comeback in this game, their time is now. 2 on, no outs. Derek Diaz already has 3 RBIs in this one, a bases clearing double way back in the 1st inning. First pitch to Diaz. He takes that off-speed pitch over the zone for a called strike. Little Let's Go Dragons chant beginning from this good-sized crowd at East Field. 0-1 to Diaz. Pokes that one foul. Quickly 0-2. Derek Diaz has worked 2 very good at-bats tonight against the lefty Rhodes. His first time facing the right-hander, Aiden Green. Behind in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Hits it to the left side. That ball sneaks through for a base hit. They're going to give Tay Robinson the wave around, and he will come home and score. Tyler McKillop going to 3rd. Diaz going for 2, and he slides in ahead of the tag safely. That one definitely not hit as hard as the triple, but an RBI single nonetheless for Derek Diaz, his 4th RBI of the night, and the Dragons get a run back. It is 7-5. That ball was not hit very hard, but he hit it exactly where they were not. They were too worried about holding on Tay Robinson at second, and Flashner did not have enough time to get back to that ball. And then the left fielder, Cerrone, bobbled it a little bit, leading to both runners advancing. So now 2nd and 3rd with no outs still. First pitch to Rigabar, taken high and away, ball 1. One and 0 on Rigabar. He's already got a single today. 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Pops it towards the left fielder, Cerrone. Shallow. McKillop just bluffs a tag, and the throw comes in. Unproductive out from Rigobars. He flies out to left. So with 1 out and those 2 runners still in scoring position, Alex Kerr steps up. It's now Alex Kerr. The first pitch he sees. Big swing and a miss. Green had him out in front. Strike 1. Still a chance for runs this inning. The third baseman, Francella, and the first baseman, Tomei, are in. Not totally in on the grass, but even with the bags. Second pitch to Kerr lands on the outside corner, and he is quickly behind. 0-2 to Green. Big hole up the middle. Second baseman shifted towards first. The 0-2 to Kerr. Pops it foul. Back towards the booth. I tell everybody if that was 10 more feet to my left, I would have caught that. I would have caught it, and everybody on camera would have seen it, and it would have been incredible. But it was not, so I guess we'll never know. Still 0-2 on Kerr. Looking to drive in a run. The 0-2. Rips it down the third baseline. Fair ball. That ball is fair. McKillop will score. They will round Diaz, and he will score. Alex Kerr hustling for second, and he will stop right there with a stand-up double to tie this game up at 7. Big hit from Kerr to tie this game up at 7, and he's fired up at second base. Now Billy Barthel's up, looking to give the Dragons a lead. We know he loves swinging first pitch. See what Green gives him. First pitch swinging. Had a pitch in the dirt for strike 1. Dragons have tied this game up here in the bottom of the 6th inning off the bullpen for Utica. Barthel pokes that one out towards the center fielder. Fernsler comes in and puts it away for the second out. Shane Hoover bats with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Pops that first one, fouling out a play for strike 1. Yeah. Bottom 6. 0-1 on Hoover. Hit a single in his last at-bat. Looking to put the Dragons ahead. Alex Kerr standing at second base. The 0-1. Hoover takes that looping curveball that just barely lands. That one did not look very good, but it landed. 0-2. Hoover regathers himself and steps back in an 0-2 count. Go ahead run on second base. Pitch from Green. Taken. High, 1-2. Dragons showing some fight in their final home game of the season at Eastfield. We saw them get to Utica's bullpen last week, doing the same here today. The 1-2. Chopped foul. We'll do it again. One and 2 on Hoover. Go ahead run standing at second base. Pitch from Green. Taken for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. That one looked a little bit off the plate, but nonetheless, the Dragons tie this one up with a 3-run inning at the end of 6. We have a ball game, 7-7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a game on our hands, 7-7 as we begin the 7th inning. Both teams also with 7 hits. Kind of weird. But it'll be Caden Fry leading off. First pitch to him misses away, ball 1. Still George Creighton out there. Kyle Fives, the lefty, beginning to throw in the Dragons bullpen. One 1-0 on Fry. That one tails away, 2-0. Dragons need a shutdown inning after putting across 3 runs. However, 2, 3, and 4 up for the Blue Sox. 2-0 on Frey. The pitch. That one fouled. 2-1. Two and one on Caden Fry. So he looks to get something going here for the Blue Sox, as now this is a tie ball game. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Pitch from Creighton. That one lands on the outside part of the plate, and the count evens up 2-2. Two and two count. Creighton looking for the put-away pitch. That one just misses. Count runs full, 3-2. Three and two on the leadoff man this inning, Fry. Creighton comes set. The payoff pitch. Catches him looking on the outside corner. Called third strike for the first out of the inning. Big strikeout for George Creighton for the first out of the inning, but now he'll have to deal with Anthony Paratano. He had a 2 RBI single in his last at-bat, a part of that big 6-run inning. A 6-run 4th inning for Utica, where they got all but one of their runs. First pitch, fouled away, 0-1. 0-1 on Paratano. He has the power to give Utica the lead. Pitch from Creighton. Taken on the outside corner for a called strike. He is ahead, 0-2. Paratano, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, a triple, and 4 doubles. Very dangerous hitter up at the plate. George Creighton ahead on him, 0-2. Pitch comes home. Ripped up the middle towards Panapinto. He runs in and makes the play. A beautiful play by Giorgio Panapinto as he tumbles and puts that one away. Paratano hit that one on the screws. But Panapinto out there, elite defensively. Might be a little confusing. Paratano, Panapinto. Those names sound way too similar to be involved on the same play. But, hey, 2 outs is 2 outs. And now it'll be Xavier Smith. He's 0 for 2. Walked in his last at-bat. Creighton looking for the 3rd out of this inning as he falls behind 1-0. One and 0 to Xavier Smith. Taken 2-0. The 2-0 misses, 3-0. Smith, great speed if he is to get on here. 13 stolen bases, only been caught once. Has the right fielder. Not the man you want to put on base. 3-0. Lands for a called strike. 3-1 on Xavier Smith. George Creighton looking to work a 1-2-3 inning and keep this game tied up at 7. That one fouled away, and the count was full. Three and 2 count on Xavier Smith. 2 outs. Nobody on base. Creighton gets the sign he likes from Diaz. Comes set. Fires home. Ripped out towards Panepinto. He runs in and will not get there. We'll have to slam on the brakes. The 8th hit for Utica lands in front of Panepinto. It's a 2-out single for Xavier Smith. Brings up R.J. Tomei. Not a very great night for him. 2 strikeouts, looking at a 5-4-3 double play. He'll bat with a man on and 2 outs. As I already talked about, Xavier Smith, elite speed. 13 stolen bases. First pitch misses low. Tomei, a 300 hitter with 1 home run, 26 RBIs on the season. Very good season for the first baseman. He awaits the 1-0 from George Creighton. That one just misses off the plate. That off-speed pitch just did not catch enough of the plate. 2-0. Creighton looking to avoid any trouble this inning and leave the game tied. Attempt to pick off. Smith gets back safely. That one misses. 3-0. Creighton looking to find the strike zone. And does not. Walks Tomei on 4 pitches. And out comes head coach Joe Matarazzo, and you wonder if that'll do it for the left-hander. And it will. He takes the ball from George Creighton's hand. Solid outing by the left-hander in his first game with the Dragons. And in will come Kyle Fives with 2 on and 2 outs. Stay right here. New pitcher Kyle Fives in the game for the Dragons. He enters with 2 outs and 2 on to face Kevin Francella. He's got a couple of singles today and a pop out. Big moment in this game for Fives. And the runner's off for third. That pitch was a ball. From up here, it looked like it hit Francella's foot, but it did not. It just bounced for ball 1. And both runners advanced to second and third on the first pitch ball. Now, this at-bat just got a whole lot more interesting. 2 runners in scoring position for Kyle Fives. Kevin Francella already a couple of singles. 1-0. Grounded. And it'll get through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They will hold the runner at third. An RBI single for Kevin Francella, his 3rd hit of the game. And Utica takes the lead. It's 8-7. Ian Wirtz will bat now. Still with runners on the corners. First pitch from Fives. Catches the zone for a called strike. Utica takes the lead, but only by 1. Still in the 7th inning. Dragons offense with 9 outs to work with. Fives ahead 0-1 on the catcher Wirtz. That one chopped. Third baseman Robinson Fields fires on the run. Rigabar off the bag, applies the tag for the 3rd out of the inning. But Utica takes the lead right back. And at the 7th inning stretch, the score is 8-7 Utica. Bottom of the 7th inning will begin with Rene Vega for the Dragons. They trail by 1. First pitch to Vega is fouled away. Vega 0 for 2 at the plate. I believe it's the same pitcher out there eating green. 0-1 to Vega. Is that a ball or strike? Pitch to Vega, misses away. Ball. 1-2. 1-2, second strike. 1-2 on the leadoff man, Vega, this inning. He grounds that one to the shortstop, Flashner. He fields and fires strongly for the first out of the inning. Brings up Giorgio Panapinto for his 4th at-bat of the night. Panapinto steps up for the 4th time tonight. Will face off against Aiden Green. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. One and 0 to Panapinto. Taken away. 2-0. Dragons just need one base runner, and then it gets very interesting. This is their best chance with the top of the order up. Might be the last time the top of the order comes up to bat at East Field. 2-0 on Panapinto. He's in the driver's seat. Pitch from Green. Taken. Bounces up towards home plate. 3-0 on Giorgio. You'd think Panapinto will take here and make the pitcher throw a strike. And he does. Takes that one for a called strike over the plate. Three and one on Giorgio, and a hitter's count here. Going to do some damage with the pitch. Takes that for ball 4. He'll take that. A 1-out walk for Giorgio Panapinto. His first time reaching base successfully tonight. And the Dragons have a man on first base who has 14 stolen bases. Jack Plopper is up to bat now. He's had his fair share of clutch hitting moments. He's had a bases clearing double, had a 2-run home run, had a lot of clutch moments this season for this Dragons team. Man, could they use one more. First pitch to Plopper. That looping curveball misses high, 1-0. After the 7th inning stretch, Dragons looking to get that run right back that Utica scored in the top of the inning. The 1-0 to Plopper. Taken over the zone for a called strike. Count evens up on the designated hitter. One and one on Plopper. Panapinto over at first. Takes. That one bounced up and picked by the catcher where it's 2-1. Two and one on Plopper. Could be a big point in this game for the Dragons. Pitch from Green. Taken for a called strike. The count evens up on Plopper. 2-2. 2-2. Plopper looking to protect the plate. Pitch from Green. Panapinto's off. Taken for a ball. Throw down to second. Not in time. That would have been very close if Caden Fry was able to hold on to that baseball. But the count runs full on Jack Plopper as Panapinto swipes second. His 15th stolen base. Full count on Jack Plopper. Tying run is at second in form of Giorgio Panapinto, who has great speed. Payoff pitch. taken for ball 4. Plopper works the second walk of the inning, and the Dragons have 2 on with 1 out for Tay Robinson. He's going to come up clutch just for you. Actually, for Victor. You want to charge it? Tay Robinson steps up. He has 2 hits today. The tying run is on second. Go ahead, run on first. First pitch. Taken. That looping curveball lands for a called strike. 0-1 on Robinson. He had a single up the middle and a bunt single in his last at-bat. The 0-1. Taken. Down low. Ball 1. No action over in the Utica bullpen. Sticking with their right-hander, Aiden Green. The 1-1. Taken for a called strike over the plate. Green finds himself ahead in the count on Robinson. 1-2. Tyler McKillop awaits on deck. The tying run is on second in form of Panapinto. One and two. Robinson spoils it. Still 1-2 on Tay Robinson. Tying run on second. Pitch from Green. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Aiden Green. So he gets Tay Robinson swinging. Now it'll be Tyler McKillop with a chance to make his mark on this game. He's walked all 3 times tonight. Pitcher's been scared of him. Green has walked him once. He bats with the tying run on second. Takes that first pitch up. On deck will be Derek Diaz, the catcher. Already has 4 RBIs today. The 1-0 to McKillop. Taken for a ball. 2-0. Hitters count on McKillop. 2-0. Panapinto tying run on second. They're off. As that ball will scoop by the catcher and both runners will advance. The tying run is 90 feet away, and it is 3-0 on McKillop. Tying run in form of Panapinto is 90 feet away. 3-0 on McKillop. Have to imagine he's taking. Pitch from Green. He throws the curveball. 3-0. McKillop easily takes that for a called strike. 3-1. Baseball is an unpredictable sport. 3-0. You think you're getting a fastball? Nope. Here's a slow curveball. McKillop in the driver's seat. 3-1. Pitch from Green. Taken for a called strike. The count is full. Full count on McKillop. 3-2. Pitch from Green. Taken. Outs. Oh, that is a called third strike. That pitch did not look close. That one looked like a ball. I don't know. That just did not look very good. That pitch looked outside. McKillop has a great eye. Worked a lot of walks tonight. And it looks like he should have worked another one, but he goes down looking to leave the tying run stranded at third. And at the end of 7, Dragons still trail 8-7. Top of the 8th inning, Kyle Fives still out there for the Dragons, as he will face 8, 9, and 10 of the Blue Sox order, beginning with a strike to Connor McCartney. McCartney is 0 for 2 with a couple of lineouts to center field and a walk. The 0-1 is popped foul. Quickly 0-2. As we approach the end of this game, I just want to thank everybody again for listening with me all season long. I mean, this season has not gone the way the Dragons want to wins-wise, but it's been so much fun broadcasting for you guys and being here every game. So I just appreciate everybody listening and sticking along for the ride. I know we had some technical difficulties and stuff early in the season, but we really got it settled and try to provide the best broadcast that we can for you guys. And, yeah, just make it so you're able to watch your kids play the game that they love. So we hope we made it enjoyable. Fives ahead, 0-2. Looping curveball, grounded right back to him. The tall left-hander fields and flips it over to Jack Rigobar for the first out of the inning. Fernsler squares around a bunt and bunts it foul off the leg of Derek Diaz. Oh, 0-1 on Fernsler. Had that home run back in the 4th inning. Pops that one down the right field line and foul. Quickly down 0-2. Oh, 0-2 on Fernsler. Fives looking for the put-away pitch. Gets it there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout of the outing for Kyle Fives. So he sends Fernsler down swinging. With 2 outs, Christian Cerrone steps up. He rips that one to the shortstop Hoover. It's off his glove, and he does not have a play. That'll go down as an error on Shane Hoover. First error of the night for the Dragons, as the order flips around for the 5th time to Michael Flashner. He's got a couple of singles and a walk today. Runner goes. No one really covering second. Diaz throws it down. Hoover goes over. Pitch was called a strike. 0-1. Pitch was a ball on Flashner. 1-0. Runner now in scoring position is Cerrone. The 1-0 to Flashner. Lands for a called strike. 1-1 on the shortstop. 1-1 on Flashner, lefty on lefty. Fives kicks and fires home. Flashner squared around a bunt, but pulled it back and takes a strike. 1-2. Fives needs one more strike to get out of this inning unscathed. One and two to Flashner. The pitch, looping curveball, misses high. 2-2. Two and two on Michael Flashner. 2 outs. Runner on second base is Christian Cerrone. Pitch from Fives. Grounded up the middle. Rene Vega will charge field. Fire over to first. Just in time to get the third out. Flashner disagrees with that call as he tosses his helmet over at first base, but he was out. Third out of the inning will bring us to the bottom of the 8th with the score 8-7 Utica. We begin. We begin the bottom of the 8th inning with Derek Diaz as the Dragons trail by 1. New pitcher Michael First. Strike 1 piled in there, I believe. Diaz 2 for 3. Pitch from First misses low. 1-1. 1-1 on Derek Diaz. Already has 4 RBIs tonight. Rips that one up the middle, and that ball will get through for a base hit. The third hit of the game for Derek Diaz, and he is having a great last home game of the season. Did you add a hit for us? Did you clearly count? So with a runner on first and no outs, that'll bring up Jack Rigabar. The first baseman flew out in his last couple of at-bats, but had an RBI single earlier in the game. Third baseman Francella playing in. First pitch of the ball. 1-0. I see the web. 1-0 on Derek Diaz. 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 on Rigobar. He chops that one, and that ball will be fielded by the first baseman, Tomei. Flip to the pitcher. Just in time for the out. But Derek Diaz advances to second on the fielder's choice. And the first out of the inning brings up Alex Kerr. He had the 2 RBI double that tied the game for the Dragons in his last at-bat. Looking to tie it up once more here. First pitch to Kerr is sliced out towards right field. Coming in and making the catch is Smith for the second out of the inning. Brings up Billy Barthel for his 4th at-bat of the night. He has a single and a couple of pop-ups. He'll bat with the tying run on second base in the form of Derek Diaz. Diaz had a leadoff single and then 2 quick outs. Michael First looking to get through his first inning of work. Barthel takes the first pitch, a rare first pitch take from the right fielder, but he's ahead in the count, 1-0. To 1-0 to Barthel. He rips that one into left field. Cerrone will not get there, and it'll get by him. The tying run will come around and score. Billy Barthel hustling for second to throw in. He slides in safely ahead of the tag. A game-tying RBI double for Billy Barthel with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. A huge hit from the right fielder, and the Dragons tie it up at 8. Cerrone made up his mind and tried to dive and make that play, and he was not able to, and the Dragons tie it up. Bring up Shane Hoover with the go-ahead run now on second base and 2 outs. First pitch to Hoover. He takes for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Oh and 1 on Hoover. He's 1 for 3. Pops that one foul out of play. 0 and 2. Oh and 2 to Hoover. He chops that one to the second baseman, Fry, on a hop. He fields over to first. Not in time, and the ball gets by. The go-ahead run is going to come around and score. An error by the second baseman, Caden Fry, will score the go-ahead run of this game. Shane Hoover was hustling down the line, and he beat it out. The Dragons take the lead. Shane Hoover never stopped running down the line, and he beat out that throw. Caden Fry, it got stuck in his glove, it looked like. And the Dragons have taken the lead 9-8 here in the 8th inning. Did you give us a hit for that? Shane, did you give him a hit? Give him an error. Error for him. Error for red. Red error. Good, because that was an error. So Shane Hoover now standing on first base. He booked it down the line. I'll bring up Rene Vega. He's 0 for 3. Rocking the green batting gloves. First pitch from first. Misses high and away. Ball 1. One and 0 on Vega. He takes 2-0. First, having a tough time out there. 2-0 on Vega in a hitter's count. He takes outside 3-0. Top of the order, and Giorgio Panapinto will wait on deck. 3-0 on Vega. Have to imagine he's taking. That one taken for ball 4, and Vega works an easy 4-pitch walk. And with 2 huge insurance runs on base, Giorgio Panapinto steps up to the plate. He has stepped up to the occasion all season long. Clutch hits when the Dragons have needed them. And this would be a good time for another one. 2 on, 2 outs. Dragons already leading by 1. That pitch taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 on Panapinto. Pitch from first. Ripped foul, 0-2. Oh, 2 on Panapinto. He hits that one to the third baseman, Francella. He'll apply the tag to Hoover for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Dragons take the lead. And at the end of 8, they lead 9-8. We begin the top of the 9th inning. Dragons up by 1. Kyle 5 still out there. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Blue Sox order to try to take the lead. Dragons lead 9-8. Kyle 5 still out there facing Caden Fry. Struck out in his last at-bat. The first pitch from Fives lands on the outside corner. Called strike. Fives is ahead, 0-1. Oh and 1. Fives misses. 1-1. Dragons playing with a lot of heart in their final home game of the season. Fighting back in this one after that 6-run 4th inning. The 1-1 misses high. 2-1. Two and 1 to Caden Fry. That one misses. 3-1. Do not want to walk the leadoff man. Big swing and a miss from Fry, and the count runs full. No action in the Dragons bullpen. It will be Kyle Five's game to win. That one misses high. And Fry works a leadoff walk. That full count pitch did not land from Fives, and the leadoff man is on for the Blue Sox. I'll bring up Anthony Paratano, the extra hitter tonight. Already has a 2 RBI single tonight, 1 for 3. Fives the lefty. Will keep Fry close. Fry 10 stolen bases. First pitch misses high once more, 1-0. Fives finding himself behind of Paratano now, 1-0. Pitch comes home, way inside, 2-0. Paratano just got out of the way. Derek Diaz will go settle down his pitcher. Two and 0 on the ever dangerous Paratano. Leadoff man already on Dragons, only up by 1 run. Fives fires home. That one misses, 3-0. Kyle Fives in danger of walking the first 2 batters of this inning, putting the go-ahead run on base. That one misses. Back-to-back walks for Kyle Fives, and Utica has the tying and go-ahead runs on base with no outs. Some motion beginning in the Dragons bullpen. Alex Kerr beginning to throw, number 17. Jack Rigabar way in on the grass, expecting a bunt from Xavier Smith. Calls time to go talk with his third base coach about what play is on. Meeting over. Now Xavier Smith will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Rigabar way in on the grass. Tay Robinson staying back to hold his base. Smith already squaring around to bunt. Runners are off. He takes it, and both runners steal successfully. Pitch was a strike right down the middle. Smith really, I don't think, had any intention of bunting that. And with no outs, the tying run is on third and the go-ahead run on second. Dragons bring the infield in, trying to cut down Fry at home. Big lead at second for Paratano. No one close to holding him on. The 0-1. Popped up in the air. Tay Robinson camps underneath it and puts it away. That's a huge out for the Dragons. A big first out of this 9th inning. Smith was way out in front. That brings up R.J. Tomei. He's 0 for 3, but walked in his last at-bat. He bats with 2 on. Go-ahead run is on second base, 1 out, top of the 9th. Fives comes home. That one misses inside and gets by Diaz, and the tying run will score. That pitch hit off the glove of Diaz, leading to a run. And the game is now tied at 9 with the go-ahead run now 90 feet away at third. 1-0 on Tomei. Fives comes home over the middle for a called strike. 1-1. One and one count, 1 out. Go ahead run on third base. Pitch from Fives. That one got a piece. Sounded like it hit the bat, but I guess it hit Tomei. So he'll take his base. And I think, yeah, head coach Joe Matarazzo is going to come out and talk with his lefty. Wonder if they'll take him out for Kerr or leave him in there. They're going to stick with the lefty Fives out there with the go-ahead run 90 feet away at first. It'll now be Kevin Francella. Already has 3 singles today. Squares around to bunt, does Francella, and lays down a beauty. Fives flips home, not in time, and the go-ahead run scores. A beautiful bunt single laid down by Kevin Francella. His 4th hit of the day. And the Blue Sox take the lead 10-9. Ian Wirtz steps up now with 2 on and only 1 out here in the 9th. Both runners go. Diaz throws down to second, not in time. Pitch was a called strike. Infield comes in for the Dragons, looking to cut down the runner at home. That one taken for a called strike quickly. 0-2 on Wirtz. Oh and 2, 2 runners in scoring position. Fives deals home. Popped up foul out of play. Pitch from Fives, ripped and caught by Tay Robinson. Tay Robinson saved at least 1 run, possibly more, with that miraculous catch on the line drive hit by Wirtz. He hit that ball on the screws, but a line out. Brings up Connor McCartney. Now with 2 outs and 2 on. That one gets a piece of McCartney. Another hit by pitch. And that will do it for Kyle Fives. They'll go to the righty Alex Kerr out of the bullpen with the bases loaded and 2 outs. New pitcher in the game for the Dragons is Alex Kerr. He comes into a bases loaded, 2-out jam. Kerr will face off against Bowden Fernsler. Already has a home run in today's game. 1 for 4. Big swing and a miss from Fernsler, 0-1. A 1-1 on Fernsler. Kerr looking to get a big out and send the Dragons into the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 1. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. Kerr's blown 2 fastballs right by him. Oh, 0-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Kerr comes home, way away, 1-2. One and two on Fernsler. Kerr looking for the put-away pitch to get out of this inning. Misses, 2-2. Two and two count, 2 outs. Bases loaded with Blue Sox. That one high and in. The count runs full, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be off on the pitch. The payoff pitch. Misses. Ball 4. Kerr walks in a run. Eleven to 9. That now brings up Christian Cerrone with the bases still loaded. Kerr got ahead 0-2 and was unable to find the zone. That one hit in the air towards center field. Panapinto backpedals and puts it away. So the Dragons escape the top of the ninth without any further damage, but they trail into the bottom of the ninth, trailing 11 to 9. Jack Plopper leads it off for the Dragons here in the bottom of the ninth inning. They are down to their final 3 outs of the season, trailing 11 to 9. Plopper's 0 for 3 with a walk. He faces new pitcher Johnny Amoto. First pitch taken. Just catches the outside corner for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 on Plopper, leadoff man here in the ninth. That one's way away, 1-1. One and one on Plopper, no outs. Top of the ninth. Pitch. He rips that one into right center field, and that ball will drop for a base hit, and he'll go for extra bases. Plopper rounds first, and he will head for second. He will make it there, standing with a leadoff double. Big hit to start the ninth inning for Jack Plopper. He's standing on second with a leadoff double. All right, well, that's what the Dragons needed. A leadoff double from Plopper brings up Tay Robinson. He's 2 for 4 at the plate. Tying run at the plate in form of Tay Robinson. First pitch taken for a ball. One and 0 on Robinson. The 1-0 taken inside, ball 2. Tay Robinson in the driver's seat here. Johnny Emoto has not been great this season. 25 innings pitched, allowed 27 runs, good for a 7.82 ERA, 24 walks, and 29 strikeouts. He's behind 2-0 to Tay Robinson. Pitch comes home. Robinson rips that one foul for strike 1. Two and 1 on Tay Robinson. Emoto kicks, fires home. Taken inside, ball 3. Tay Robinson takes a step towards the pitcher, acknowledging he saw that pitch the whole way. 3 and 1, Robinson in the driver's seat. The 3-1. Taken, ball 4. Robinson works a 5-pitch walk, and the Dragons have the tying run on base with nobody out. Another walk as the infielders will gather in and have a meeting with their pitcher, Emoto. Here we go. Tying run is on first base. Tyler McKillop up at the plate. He's got 3 walks and a strikeout tonight. Strikeout on a very questionable pitch on the outside corner. He bats with no outs and 2 on. Johnny Emoto on the mound. They attempt to pick off. No avail. Plopper back easily. Might have been what they were talking about on the mound. A little pickoff play to try to get Plopper. But he's a smart base runner out there at second. McKillop in clutch all season. First pitch. He squares around to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a called strike. Derek Diaz is on deck. He's got 3 hits and 4 RBIs. 9 hits for the Dragons, 11 for the Blue Sox. Corners come in. Francella at third and Tomei at first. Expecting a bunt from McKillop again. Tyler McKillop wants to hit in this situation. 0-1 count on McKillop. Corners in. Squares around and bunts it foul. He's down 0-2 and now has to protect. Oh, and 2 on McKillop. Pitch from Emoto. Spoiled. Still 0-2 on McKillop. Emoto out of the stretch. Fires home. Fouled away. That ball went right through the screen, and I believe just got a piece of a fan, but he's all right. We have seen that happen way too many times this season. Oh, my gosh. The kids are all asking for the ball. They got to focus on this game. We have an 11-9 game right in front of us. Tyler McKillop, the go-ahead run at the plate. The winning run at the plate. He's behind 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. McKillop goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Brings up Derek Diaz. And if you're a Dragons fan, he's the man you want up right now. 4 RBIs on the day for Diaz. 3 hits. He awaits the first pitch from Omoto. Diaz chops that one foul. 0-1. 0-1 on Diaz. Dragons looking to tie this game up. Pitch comes home. Fouled away, 0-2. Omoto peppering the strike zone. Since walking Robinson. Oh, 0-2 on Diaz now. 1 out. Tying run is on base. Pitch from Omoto. Taken. Ball 1. High and away. One and 2 on Diaz still. He's looking to cut into this lead. Pitch from Omoto. Fouled away. Diaz staying alive. Jack Rigabar waits on deck. He's got a single, RBI single today. So 1 and 2 on Diaz. Big at bat in this game. Pitch from Omoto. Gets a piece of Diaz. And he'll take that all day. He wears that off-speed pitch off the side. And the bases are now loaded with Dragons with 1 out. A huge mistake from Omoto hitting Diaz in a 1 and 2 count. That brings up Jack Rigabar. Huge at-bat for the youngster in this one. Tying run on second, winning run is Derek Diaz at first. Lefty Rigabar faces the righty Omoto. Pitch taken, ball 1. Nowhere to put Rigabar with the bases loaded. 1-0. On Rigabar. A single will tie the game. Pitch comes home. Taken off the outside corner. 2-0. Big take by the lefty. Hitters count on Rigabar. Pitch comes home. Taken. Ooh, just gets a piece of the outside corner. 2-1. That easily could have been a 3-0 count. Very similar spot as the pitch before. 2-1 on Rigabar. Looking to do some damage. 2-1. Taken. 3-1. Nowhere to put him. Nowhere to put Jack Rigobar. A walk would walk in a run and make it an 11-10 ball game. Three and one count, one out. Bottom of the ninth, Dragons trailing by 2. Pitch to Rigobar. He gets a piece of that outside corner, and the count is full, 3-2. Another questionable call. And the count is full on the lefty first baseman. Base hit, ball 4 is what's in the mind of Jack Rigobar. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout from Emoto. With 2 outs, the base is still loaded. Alex Kerr steps up. Kerr has a 2 RBI double earlier in this one, but now bats with the bases loaded, and the Dragons down to their final out. He takes strike 1. Oh and 1 on Kerr. Pitch from Emoto. Taken. Blocked by the catcher Wirtz. 1-1. One and 1 on Alex Kerr. Tying run is on second base and Tay Robinson. Pitch from Emoto. Chops it to the third baseman. That ball's foul. That ball was foul. And the Dragons are down to their final strike. One and 2 count on Kerr. Dragons down to their final strike and out of this home season at East Field. 1 and 2 count on Kerr. Tying run on second base. Pitch comes home. Did he go? He did. He went around. And that will do it. Kerr goes down swinging. Umpire should have appealed that one to see if he actually went or not. Bad job by him not to appeal that down to the field umpire. Should have. But nonetheless, the Dragons lose this one 11-9. That will do it for the Dragons 2026 summer on the live stream. I really appreciate everybody sticking around on the live stream through the whole season, not just today. It's been a pleasure being able to broadcast all these games to you guys. Unfortunately, the Dragons were not able to end out on top. Would have been better if they were able to end out with a win, but what can you do at the end of the day? They lose this one by a score of 11-9. And, yeah, I just thank you to everyone for watching. But that does it for this season of Dragons baseball. My name is Chris Lockwood, and thank you to everybody for watching. Go Dragons.